Welcome back to Word History Explored. Today we're diving deep into the intriguing world of the Aztec civilization, where shocking rituals and sacrifices were a part of their daily lives. Did you know that the Aztecs believed that sacrificing humans was necessary to appease their gods and ensure the continuation of the world? Yeah, the Aztecs worshipped a pantheon of gods, with each deity playing a significant role in their society. These sacrifices were a central aspect of their culture, believed to maintain the cosmic balance. But understanding the complexities of Aztec religious beliefs and practices can be quite challenging, especially when it comes to their rituals of sacrifice. Well, that's why we're here, to explain in detail who the Aztecs were, the gods they worshipped, and how their sacrifices were done. The Aztecs were a remarkable Mesoamerican civilization that was formed in 1325 and thrived for almost 200 years between 1325 and 1519. At the heart of their empire stood the magnificent city of Tenochtitlan, nestled in the Valley of Mexico, now modern-day Mexico City. Renowned for their advanced agricultural practices, intricate social structure, and rich cultural traditions, the Aztecs built a thriving society that left an enduring legacy. Central to Aztec life was their complex religious beliefs and a pantheon of gods who they worshipped in elaborate ceremonies. These gods represented various aspects of nature, cosmic forces, and human endeavors. As for the sacrifices, they played a crucial role in their religious rituals, believed to maintain cosmic order and secure divine favor. But despite their achievements, the Aztecs faced eventual conquest by Spanish invaders led by Hernán Cortés in 1519. This marked the end of their empire, but their contributions to art, science, and architecture continue to fascinate and inspire scholars and enthusiasts worldwide. Without a doubt, the Aztecs were remarkable for their early architectural, artistic, and military development. But one thing that made them so intriguing are the gods they worshipped. So who are these gods, and what did they symbolize? Let's find out. Huitzilopochtli held a significant place in Aztec culture, revered as a potent deity embodying both the brilliance of the sun and the strength of a warrior. To the Aztecs, he was similar to a majestic hummingbird, soaring through the heavens with radiance. Yet beneath his dazzling exterior lay a formidable guardian, fiercely protecting his people from harm. Devotion to Huitzilopochtli was widespread, but so was fear. Stories circulated of his insatiable hunger for sacrifices, instilling a sense of apprehension among the Aztec people. They believed that failing to appease him adequately could invite calamity upon their civilization. However, Huitzilopochtli was not solely a deity of war and destruction. He also symbolized life and vitality, much like the sun's warmth nourishing the earth. For this reason, sacrifices were offered to him in the hopes of securing his favor and safeguarding the prosperity of the Aztec realm. Now let's talk about the other Aztec god who was held in equally high reverence. Quetzalcoatl, in contrast to Huitzilopochtli's martial prowess, represented a gentler aspect of Aztec spirituality. Revered as a benefactor of humanity, he was envisioned as a resplendent serpent adorned with vibrant feathers, gracefully roaming around the celestial realms. While Huitzilopochtli commanded respect through strength, Quetzalcoatl earned reverence through benevolence. He was credited with imparting knowledge and wisdom to the Aztec people, fostering their agricultural practices and healing arts. But despite his benevolent reputation, whispers persisted of Quetzalcoatl's occasional demands for sacrifices, stirring unease among his devotees. Nevertheless, the Aztecs continued to honor him, seeking his guidance and blessings in times of need. Thus, Quetzalcoatl stood as a beacon of hope and enlightenment in Aztec mythology, and a reminder of the delicate balance between benevolence and mystery in the divine realm. Now that we know exactly who these gods are, let's talk about the gruesome sacrificial practices the Aztecs appeased them with. Of course, these sacrifices weren't just for fun. They held significant meaning and importance in the Aztec community. It was an integral part of Aztec religious life, believed to maintain the cosmic order and ensure the gods' favor. The Aztec people believed that without appeasing their gods, the sun would cease to rise, crops would fail, and chaos would reign. Hence, sacrifices were usually offered during important ceremonies, such as religious festivals, coronations, and times of war. And yes, these sacrifices involved the killing of people. But who was eligible to be offered as a sacrifice, and how were the ceremonies conducted? Let's find out. The process of selecting victims for sacrifice was a meticulous affair, guided by both religious significance and practical considerations. Among the Aztecs, sacrifices were seen as offerings of the utmost importance, requiring careful consideration to ensure their effectiveness in appeasing the gods and maintaining cosmic order. Prisoners of war were often prime candidates for sacrifice, viewed not only as trophies of conquest, but as symbols of the Aztec Empire's dominance over its enemies. These captives, often taken in battle or through raids on neighboring territories, represented the triumph of Huitzilopochtli's might and the Aztec people's dedication to their deity. However, not all sacrifices were drawn from the ranks of prisoners. In some cases, individuals from within Aztec society were chosen for their physical attributes or social status. For instance, those with physical deformities or exceptional beauty were sometimes considered suitable offerings, their unique qualities believed to make them particularly pleasing to the gods. Volunteers also occasionally offered themselves as sacrifices, viewing it as a great honor to serve their community in this manner. These individuals were motivated by a deep sense of devotion to their gods and a belief in the importance of maintaining cosmic balance through sacrifice. Unfortunately, children were sometimes selected for their perceived purity and innocence. The Aztecs believed that the youthful innocence of children made their offerings especially potent, capable of eliciting the gods' favor and ensuring the prosperity of their civilization. The selection of victims for sacrifice was not undertaken lightly, but was instead guided by a complex interplay of religious, social, and cultural factors. Each sacrifice was seen as a sacred duty, a solemn expression of devotion to the gods, and a vital component of Aztec religious life. Before a sacrifice could take place, the chosen victim underwent elaborate ceremonial preparations to ensure their suitability for the ritual. These preparations were conducted with great reverence and attention to detail, reflecting the solemnity of the occasion and the significance of the sacrifice in Aztec religious beliefs. The victim would be adorned in ceremonial attire, often consisting of elaborate headdresses, jewelry, and body paint, symbolizing their role as an offering to the gods. These garments were imbued with deep religious significance, reflecting the Aztecs' belief in the transformative power of sacrifice and the importance of presenting the gods with offerings of the highest quality. Throughout the preparations, priests would perform rituals to purify the victim and prepare them for their sacred role. These rituals often involved the burning of copal incense, believed to purify the soul and ward off evil spirits, as well as the chanting of prayers and the sprinkling of holy water. Once the victim had been properly adorned and purified, they would be led in solemn procession to the top of a temple pyramid, the sacred site where the sacrifice would take place. Along the way, they would be accompanied by priests and attendants who would offer prayers and blessings to ensure the success of the ritual. At the top of the pyramid, the victim would be positioned on the sacrificial altar, ready to fulfill their divine destiny. Priests would then perform the final preparations, ensuring that everything was in place for the sacrifice to proceed according to tradition. The ceremonial preparations served not only to honor the gods, but also to instill a sense of solemnity and reverence in the participants, underscoring the sacred nature of the sacrifice and the importance of maintaining harmony with the gods. Through these rituals, the Aztecs sought to ensure the success of their sacrifices and the continued favor of their gods. Now let's take a look at how these sacrifices were executed. The execution of a sacrifice among the Aztecs was a solemn and meticulously orchestrated ritual designed to honor the gods and ensure the efficacy of the offering. At the beginning of the ceremonial preparations, the victim would be positioned on the sacrificial altar, ready to fulfill their sacred role. With the victim in place, the priest would proceed with the sacrifice, employing precise techniques passed down through generations. In many cases, the preferred method of sacrifice involved the extraction of the heart, believed to be the most potent offering to the gods. Using sharp obsidian knives, the priest would swiftly open the chest of the victim, revealing the beating heart within. With practiced skill, they would then remove the heart, holding it above their heads as an offering to the gods. The sight of the pulsating organ was believed to symbolize the vitality and life force being bestowed upon the gods, ensuring their continued favor and protection. In some cases, the sacrifice would not end with the extraction of the heart. Additional offerings, such as the removal of the victim's head or limbs, were sometimes made to further appease the gods and secure their blessings upon the Aztec people. Throughout the sacrifice, priests and attendants would chant prayers and perform rituals to invoke the presence of the gods. The atmosphere would be filled with the sound of drumming and the burning of copal incense, creating an aura of solemnity and reverence. The execution of a sacrifice was accompanied by a variety of ritualistic elements, each designed to enhance the spiritual significance of the event and ensure its success. These rituals serve to invoke the presence of the gods, purify the sacrifice, and offer prayers and blessings for a favorable outcome. One of the most important ritualistic elements was the burning of copal incense, believed to purify the soul and ward off evil spirits. The scent of the incense filled the air, creating an atmosphere of sanctity and reverence. As for the priests' chants and prayers, they were believed to help gain the attention of the gods they were sacrificing to. Throughout the ceremony, offerings of food, drink, and other gifts would be presented to the gods, symbolizing the gratitude and devotion of the Aztec people. These offerings were believed to strengthen the bond between the mortal realm and the divine, ensuring the continued favor and protection of the gods. In this way, the ritualistic elements of sacrifice served to elevate the ceremony beyond a mere physical act, transforming it into a sacred communion between humanity and the divine. Through these rituals, the Aztecs sought to maintain harmony with the gods and secure their blessings for the prosperity of their civilization. For the Aztecs, human sacrifice was not a barbaric act, but a sacred duty, a means of maintaining harmony with the gods and ensuring the prosperity of their civilization. While it may seem shocking to those of us who live in the modern world, it was an integral aspect of Aztec religious beliefs and practices. Through their rituals of sacrifice, the Aztecs sought to appease their gods, secure their favor, and uphold the cosmic order upon which their world depended. To sum it up, the Aztec civilization was a complex and fascinating culture that placed great significance on their gods and the act of sacrifice. These rituals were deeply ingrained in their society, shaping their worldview and religious beliefs. That being said, it's your turn to take action. If you enjoyed learning about the Aztec civilization, make sure to like this video, subscribe to World History Explored for more historical content, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the world of the Aztecs. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.